Hey, what's going on, Cowboys Nation? It's a beautiful thing when you see your top players, at the top of your roster. The ones that the press conference. Those people that attend those and um the post game interviews. When you see those type of athletes showing up for training camp, and it's not the voluntary, it's not mandatory, it's voluntary. When you see those guys, those faces, those jersey numbers, it's it just shows, it sets a precedent, and I think it's like changing the culture a little bit. When you see Dak Prescott, someone that um could be at home relaxing, he could be at home with his family. He's at camp. He looks healthy, by the way. Rocking some tens. I think is the most comfortable Jordans. But when you see someone that of that magnitude, he's ready, man, because he knows what's coming to play, man. Every Sunday, every Thursday, But when you see when you know what's at stake and what's coming, you have to put that work in. Cause he knows, man. It starts first game. Tom Brady, Buccaneers, Super Bowl champs. You can't let up, man. You gotta be prepared. And I think the whole process, the whole time he's been absent and rehabbing. I think he's been rehabbing his injury, but I also think he's been digging in the playbook, like sharpening his game mentally. Like Dak's a gamer, man. I think at any given time he's just improving. Like, what can he do better? That's just something I see. And then when he got taken care of, when he got blessed with his contract, I think that just multiplied. I think that fire is just inside of him, man. And so for me, um, it wasn't really a shocker seeing him out there. When you see that he's pretty much healthy, everyone is stating that if the game started today, he's playing. He's ready to go. You see Tyron Smith, and I watched the Fisher report, and I actually didn't know this, but they said like Tyron Smith's surgery was something that he should have been done, but he was just playing through it. So now they're basically saying he shouldn't really be in the weight room as much. He should be like focusing on flexibility, things of that nature. So shout out to that. Shout out to the Fisher report. That's something that I haven't really even read or anything. So that was a good insight for me. But for to have him back with Collins, which is and if you look at the pictures, man, and you can pretty much hear everyone else putting their opinion on Collins and his weight. They say everyone's saying he lost weight, and he's probably and he was way overweight, or not, I wouldn't say way overweight, but he was overweight last year. So now he's back into that similar mind frame, body weight, and I think that's something that you're going to see produce a better Ezekiel Elliott, which I just worked on a video about him and this the negativity that he's endured. And I understand he's not he doesn't have the best history with the news. Like he was just in the news later on earlier this year or earlier this month. So when you see someone that's still one of the best in their position and they still don't get the respect they deserve, it's kind of disheartening. But I think Zeke's a gamer. He's ready for it. And I think this year he's going to really produce just because the offensive line will be better. It'll be more in sync. And I think it'll be somewhat close to one of the best O-lines in the league. I think that time period of us having the best O-line, I think that's done. But I think we can still be top 5 in the league as well. But when you see the potential we have on defense, when you see that how we're starting off, basically the new birth, the new generation, because it's happening. We could potentially have 4 to 5 new defensive starters, depending on how things pan out in training camp. But I see a lot of overturn, man. It's because when you look at everything, Gregory's a new starter. He didn't start game 1 last year, so that's one right there. 2, Joseph, he's going to either start somewhere. Whether there's been reports that some people view him as a slot guy, or he's going to be on the outside boundary. Either way, he's going to be one of those positions. We're going to have a new free safety. We're going to have a new linebacker. So there can be that's 4 right there, 4 or 5 right there. So the potential to have new growth and new faces is going to be something to love, man. And I think right now this is just the beginning. This the groundwork. When you build a house, you gotta start the foundation. You know what I mean? You have to make sure the foundation is on point and correct before you start rushing trying to get the first floor done and things of that nature. So I think when anyone that has something new, you're going to be intrigued. That new toy, that new girlfriend, or that new situation you have. Whenever you have those first couple months, you're going to be a little happy. But for us, it's different because it's everything is new. New defensive coordinator. He's bringing in his guys. He's bringing in his philosophy. And he's drafting his guys. That's one thing. You can actually feel the difference in that draft. When you see the consistency in all the draft, everyone was speed and length, and I don't think we ever had that as far as a defensive coordinator besides Parcells. I think he had more cachet to basically go out and do as he pleases with the team back then. And then I think the draft when we had DeMarcus Ware, Spears, I think Ratliff, like that was one of the best drafts I've seen in my time. A lot came from that. But I think going forward, man, we're excited, man. We're excited to see the new toys, the new numbers. Some people are changing numbers and everything. Well, I don't care what number you have. It doesn't matter to me. I think a number may make you feel better, though. I do believe that a certain number might make you go back to how you really felt. Just like I can just throw out Michael Jordan when he went back to 23 from 45. He was still Jordan, but 23 felt different. But when you look at just the overall defense, man, and this is the time period when everything is being put installed. So this is why it's important and it's intriguing to us diehard fans. It's the thing, man. It's like a Cowboys fan is an everyday thing, man. Everyday thing, because if you watch Undisputed or First Take, the Cowboys are on these shows damn near every day. It don't matter the last time. They say we ain't win a Super Bowl in 25 years. So how long has it been since y'all haven't talked about us? How long can y'all go without talking about the Cowboys? On radio shows, commercials, full segments. Y'all bring in everybody to talk about the Cowboys. Y'all have your whole roster of analysts on different shows discussing the Cowboys, and we haven't played a game. We've been out of the playoffs since Dak got hurt. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter if we're doing bad or good. The Cowboys are going to be on all these shows, and we haven't won a Super Bowl in 25 years. So imagine what's going to happen when we do win one. What's going to happen when we do get 6? You're already giving us all the attention that we won 6, like we got 7. You know what I mean? So going forward, man, it's just like it's happy to see. We were just happy to see everything back in motion. I think everybody's just happy to see Dak back. I think that was the biggest takeaway from these first couple of days of camp was just seeing Dak back in the groove of things, man. Completing balls. I think he did get picked off by a guy we signed undrafted. I think he was an undrafted free agent. But we don't really care, man. You know, Dak's just trying to test everything out, man. So go ahead and let it loose, man. You got all for these next couple months, man, up until September, man. Just be gutsy, man. Do whatever you need to do to basically get ready for this week one in this upcoming season. But as far as that, yeah, man, camp, man. A lot of people say, "Oh, don't get too hype on camp," because it's just people not really putting in work as far as shoulder pads and actually hitting. But this is how you get your awareness up, your play recognition up. You know what I mean? You're building habits, man. So it's definitely important. And this if you look at different teams across the league, not saying it's going to hurt or help them. I mean, it has to help them, but I'm not going to say it's going to hurt them. But when you see other players across the league demanding trades or certain players not showing up to camp, even though it's not mandatory, but it's certain players not showing up and they're so-called leaders for that team, that can't be good. I'm not saying it's bad. You can still. I'm pretty sure that's not going to decide if you win a Super Bowl or not. But the simple fact that you're not present, you know what I mean, when it's other people working. Like I said, man, y'all know me. He got game, man. It's only 2 people up right now, you and Michael Jordan. You know what I mean, and that's the competition. That's how I look at it. So that's how you always have to prepare to be ready. If you're always ready, you don't have to get ready, which is the saying now. So for me, I love this time of the year, man. I love this time of the year because everything is new, and we're actually getting back to football. We actually have players learn from the coaches. As far as it's not it's not like a team meeting or a meeting you have for your job or an online college course. You know what I mean? You're actually back learning and on the field in the stadium, man. And I love to see it, man. So shout out to the Cowboys, man. Let's work. Let's lay this brick down brick by brick, and we're gonna bounce back, man. Y'all have a good one.